Hello everybody. Right, the reason I started this channel, as probably many of you know, was basically because I was doing the market trader thing, and then I jumped on the Courier Exchange, and then I realised there were people out there that weren't. I did one video about jumping on the Courier Exchange, and suddenly I got a load of subscribers and a load of views, and I thought that's interesting. And at the time, there wasn't anybody doing stuff about it. So it's like a double-edged sword. I get subscribers, I can pass on the limited amount of information that I was learning and that I have been learning. And since then, there's been a load of other drivers on there, like Big Beardy and Van on a Run and Gold Member, and other people out there are doing the thing. But much as I have learnt a lot, jumping from vans and working out how the PODs work, and jumping into trucks and operators and all that, there are a lot of things that I don't know. I've never really. I mean, I've been to Scotland, I've been to Wales, but I've never been across the water. So if you ask me the question, Pete, what's it like running in France? What's it like running in Ireland? What's it like running in Jersey? I don't know. But I'm now in that privileged position that what I can do is there's enough people that put in the comments and people out there that know about it that I can ask them and I can pass their information on to you, so at least you'll get some idea of what's going on. Now, I was asked recently, and I should have checked out who asked me, and I do beg your pardon, about what's the Courier Exchange like in Ireland. Now, I ain't based in Ireland. I am based in Dunstable. It's a long way from Ireland, and I've never really done Ireland, but fortunately I've got a guy, I've actually met him, he's the nicest guy, really lovely guy, he's called John. And he started up on the exchange a couple of years ago maybe, and he's running out of Ireland, and he had the good grace, after this video got flagged on Sunday, to ring me and give me the lowdown. So this is John's lowdown of Ireland. I can't give you mine because I don't do it. I could lie and pretend I do, but I don't. That's not the thing I do. So the long and the short of it is this: Ireland on the exchange is very, very tough. You know, there aren't that many jobs. If you're going to be anywhere, Belfast maybe, but really there aren't that many jobs in Ireland. So if you're in Ireland and you want to do the Courier Exchange, and if you're thinking, I'm going to get the app, I'm going to run Ireland, I'm going to do the jobs, I've seen what Pete does, I'm going to do it over here, according to John, don't do it. Doesn't work. There isn't going to be, you know, you're going to be sitting there looking at it all day, maybe one job, maybe nothing, maybe four, but really it doesn't work. He said, so I said, well, what's your take? He said, well, I might due up for subscription any time now. And I said, will you subscribe again? He said, probably yes. You see, John has a system. John says, he said, I've been very lucky. I jumped on the exchange, watched the videos, wasn't really working, but you know, and I've said all the way along, you don't just rely on the exchange. You try and sign up with courier companies in your area, put cards for your local industrial estates, Facebook Marketplace, Google Ads, all this kind of stuff. Get shoe leather, put a suit on and go walk round. Have conversation with people. Who do you use as couriers? Can I help you? That kind of thing, you know. But John was lucky enough to fall in with a couple of people, and he says the way he does it is this, and he works hard, the boy. He gets up at like crazy time in the morning. He might be up at midnight, 2 o'clock. He said, I'll get the ferry over, and once again, can't remember where the ferry comes from. You guys, you know, you'll know better than me this, because I don't do Ireland. John does Ireland. So I get the ferry over, and then it gets to kind of Manchester way. So then I meet another driver who's come down from Scotland, like Glasgow way, and we swap loads. So I'll give him the stuff from Ireland that's got to go north up to Scotland. He gives me the stuff that's come down from Scotland that's then got to go south. And then he has other drops. He goes down, I think he might, for example, he might do Oxford, or he might do Birmingham. And again, this is the general gist. This isn't 100% general gist. So I end up in London. Have to drop in London. He said, the firm give me a hotel. I'm sure he needs it by then. He said, which is lovely. He says, I'm knackered, and I get a shower and I get a rest, and then he'll go home. This is where the exchange comes in, because if you're lucky enough to be in England and a job comes up going through to Ireland, and they do come up, they don't come up frequently, but they do come up, you can get an awful lot of money on that job going back through to Ireland. There is also the other advantage, which is if you're bringing stuff over, he calls it the mainland. If you're coming over from Ireland to the mainland, he said that when you're in the mainland and a job pings up from Ireland and you ring them up and you do a decent job and you pick it up and you do the thing, then you get that thing that you often do with the exchange where someone's going to ring you and they go, you just done a job for me. Whereabouts you based? Oh, I'm based in Kilkenny. Oh, I'm based in Cork. Oh, got a load of stuff going out to Cork, and then you might get regular phone calls from that shipper going, he said he's had it a few times, people ring him up, are you available? He's actually said, but not for the exchange, for his own personal customers, he's actually recently had to turn work down. But if you stick at it for a long time and you do a decent job, there's no reason at all why the word won't get around and more people will ring you. And so I said, will you subscribe? He said he reckons he's probably made about £4,000 off the exchange all year. Now, bearing in mind the subscription fee is £1,000, probably something like that. It's not the biggest in the world, but it's still money, isn't it? You know, so I suppose what I'm trying to say is, if you're thinking, I'm in Ireland, I want to jump on the exchange, I'm going to run around Ireland like Pete does, he's going to pick jobs up here and there. In John's opinion, doesn't work. You can't do it that way. But if you're thinking, I'm in Ireland, I've got a couple of regular customers, I'm over the mainland a lot, I'm often coming back empty, should you join the exchange then? I would say probably yes. There's a probably in there. Probably yes. You probably won't get that many jobs, but the jobs that you do get, he said, I've had some lovely ones. He said, I've had once where I was going past Oxford and there was a job going to Oxford. He said, I had to drop it 10 miles from your house. So, and it was only a envelope, but it was important. It had to be there on the hurry up. So he said, I picked it up, did my medical supplies, which aren't timed. So he said, I had a window to get in there, got the ferry back, got home, had a rest next morning, or even it might have been on the way home, dropped the envelope back, ship was over the moon. So like I say, these are the words of people that know better than me. But should you join the exchange if you're in Ireland? If you just want to run in Ireland, probably not. If you run over to the mainland, you may get the odd job going back, and across the year it should pay for itself. And that is just that's my opinion. And also, if you need somebody to run gear back to Ireland, I know a guy, and he's great, and he's lovely, and he's clean, he's tidy, efficient, spanking brand new van, nicest fella, really nice guy. You super trust the bloke. So if you need stuff running back to Ireland, stick something in the comments, and what I'll do, just be the middleman, I don't want nothing, I'll just pass your information on. There you go. Right, that's it. Hope that helps. Take care. Take money.